Alright. Uh, in this civilization, we're going to have to erect in the minds of man. We survived dinosaurs before becoming Homo sapiens to and with underground networks, at which point we were like rodents. This is going to be a far-fetched sell because there's going to be some Homo sapiens who are going to be like, I don't believe in Homo sapiens because of this or that. Well, I hope you never believe in Homo sapiens unless you have the thinking catastrophe under which you can't be anything. Erosive psychology is principalized and to which time we define our species at a point in which is become congruent with 5 fingers, 2 arms, 2 legs, and a head. The only manipulation of the physical space is now in this skull. We are not going to get specialized, newer, better organs. We are not going to get an extra arm. We are not going to get extra fingers. We are not going to get extra feet. We are not going to grow wings. It's an impossible, implausible scenario. The only thing we can do is grow the mind in a physical space as large as our skulls. Unless we do what the Africans did, enlarge the skull and see what happens if we let the brain grow. That wouldn't be too aesthetically good looking, though, I don't think. And sex cells, so cone heads and elongations of mind won't most likely work out. But what's critical is this. Signs of the species. We recognize Christian Science as a thought premise to a universal interconnection and center causal. There is only one interconnection, and this is survival and thought. It's a Judeo-Christian belief in the monotheistic adaptation as to what God is. God is the interconnection and internet of material, non-material energy, which produces reality. This is where you have no operation to touch on, but what you can ingratiate a stepping stone in a hilarious, sober tripping construction is scientists will believe in God more than non-science affiliated individuals. Meaning, through quantum physics, we are discovering tubes and wires and dimensions of thought, which create sight, reality, 3D, 4D, and whatever goes beyond just that. Survival is everything. That's what unifies reality and a species. Commonality in this plight to take the next move to survive. Uh, this is where especially people will want to be like, well, let's get rid of the Homo sapiens. We're not Homo sapiens. We don't accept stories. Bullshit stories. Bullshit stories are based on trying to touch upon things we can't explain, which is what my Homo sapien ass is clearly doing with a stand-up comedy routine. We will never surpass Homo sapienism. Unless the scientists say, well, now you live in a world where you get to freely move around motels and never be married to a woman. Don't do that. That's stupid. It's fun as a young man to move around to hostels, but eventually you need to settle down, have a home, make a wife, make a life, and stop complicating things. So, integrate how to devolve the development of heterosapianism through the ignition of thought-based principles under which invoke a truth. Evolution is principle to thought, but redefining it and defining anything is where and how you lose thoughtful consideration of that which you do not know.